Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So I've been getting a lot of requests for this welterweight fight to do a prediction video on this. Probably the last month or so, people have been asking me about this fight. So I'm gonna do a prediction, man. Now, about 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, probably 2014, 2013, people were talking about this potential matchup when they happened. And at that point in time, I was picking Shawn Porter to win the fight. But since then, I've got to see both of these guys grow in different ways. Let me just break down the fight and what I think about this fight right now, all right? When I look at Shawn Porter, he's very aggressive. He's like a bulldog in there, man. He likes to come forward, throw combinations. Almost, his style of attack almost resembles a Mike Tyson-esque. I'm not saying that he has the power of Mike Tyson, but I'm saying that type of aggressive style with the combinations, low to the ground, likes to work from the body, go to the head. Kind of gives me that mindset of a Mike Tyson-esque type of fighter. Keith Thurman, on the other hand, very heavy hands. Some people may argue that his power has decreased a little bit with the level when the opposition steps up, which is natural sometimes. You know, the higher elite fighters you fight, you might not be able to get KOs all the time. That's why I think it's paramount for guys to have a good boxing game, whether you're fighting off your back foot or if you're able to stay in your ground and fight in the pocket and make guys miss and return the fire. Or you got to tie a guy up and walk him backwards a little bit to shave some time off the clock and work on the inside. You know, just different things to get you through a fight. Thurman has shown me a lot of those things, man. He's very versatile in his attack. But he still has heavy hands. He's not a guy you want to just try to walk down, man. I just don't see you walking him down and bullying him right now. Not at this division. And not if he's fighting at this weight class. I don't see people just walking him down, bullying him. Shawn Porter, man, we give him credit for being such a strong fighter inside. But one thing that I've noticed, as strong as he is, as low to the ground as he is, I know he's a former football player. Very physical, good guy. His dad has him in tremendous shape with their workout regimen. But I believe that he's very easy to tie up. Now, some of you may say, well, Kell Brook is strong. So, yeah, and I agree, Kell Brook is a strong guy. But I seen Adrian Broner tie him up pretty easily when he wanted to. And Broner was having his success here and there. He was landing the same type of punches that I think Keith Thurman will be able to deliver. A lot of the shots that he was getting hit with Broner, I was like, man, if Broner had the power of Keith Thurman, he probably could have really hurt Porter in a few spots there. Check left hooks, little quick uppercuts, little quick chopping right hands, and overhand lefts were just catching Porter when he was on his way, trying to work his way on the inside. He'll just, lunge forward sometimes and get caught with shots. I don't know, man. It's weird watching Porter sometimes because some of the stuff I see him and his father working on with the mitts and the footwork when they on the padding. And I know hitting the pads is a lot different from the fights. But some of that footwork and the technique I see him in training, it goes out the window sometimes on fight night. Sometimes he just leaps in and does things that I know him and his father couldn't have worked on. And it's not effective. And sometimes I see him, he smothers his work a lot, man. You know, he doesn't give himself the correct distance sometimes to really get his work off, and he smothers his shots. And just like I said, he's Mike Tyson-esque to me, and Mike Tyson's one of my favorite fighters of all time, one of my top 5 favorites. Mike Tyson was susceptible to what? Being clinched, being held sometimes, and he wouldn't be busy on the inside. I know that the Porter camp brought in Shane Mosley to teach them how to break clinches, so on and so forth, and that's cool. I guess we'll see, what happens in this fight. I know a lot of people say that Thurman, he can't take it to the body. He can't take it to the body. He can't take it. And, I like to point out the time he got he got clipped to the body. It's like, man, a lot of guys can't take it to the body. A good body shot, somebody places a good body shot that you don't see coming and they put some pop on it, it probably hurt you. So I'm not going to say he can't take it to the body no more than anybody else can't take it to the body. I don't think he just completely breaks down and that type of thing. But I do think it's an area that can be exploited. And I do think if somebody tries to work on Thurman's body from round 1, maybe, maybe he might not be the same fighter come round 8, 9, 10. That's possible. But I think Thurman, he has more facets to his game, man. I think his defense to offense when he transitions is better. I think he's more fluid of a fighter. I think he has more pop. I think he has a better jab. I think he's more elusive, more evasive. I just think he's the all-around better fighter right now. I know some of you going to say, you're a hypocrite. You said Porter win 3 years ago. Yeah, that was 3 years ago. You know, shit can change in 3 years. But I just think Porter, man, you know, when you watch that Malignaggi fight, you just think, damn, he's going to run through people, man. But then you really look at it, though, no, he's susceptible to being clinched, held, walk backwards. And then I noticed about Porter, like in the Broner fight, he's not just going to come straight out right from the gate attacking you. Now, they said their game plan was to bring Broner into a false state of security, you know, to make him think that, hey, man, we're just going to box, you know. And then once they got him feeling safe and want to exchange, then they're going to turn up the pressure. I don't know if they're going to have that same game plan with Keith Thurman. Because if you try to sit there and box with him to make him feel safe, he's going to outbox you. You're just going to lose those rounds. I don't see Shawn Porter being able to outbox Keith Thurman from a long range. And then I think if he tries to walk him, you know, try to walk Thurman down and bully him and that type of and try to dog him out, I don't think that's going to work. I think he's going to run into some hard punches that he's not going to see coming. Thurman has a tricky way of throwing his punches. I wish I can give you guys a visual of what I'm talking about, but he just the way he throws uppercuts and right hands, he just does it in the orthodox manner, man. In the unorthodox manner, I'm sorry. And you don't see these punches coming. And I think he's going to be catching Thurman with some shots. Not Thurman. I think Thurman's going to be catching Porter with some shots. I'm going to go with Keith Thurman in this fight, man. I just think he's just grown to be the better fighter. I know a lot of people were saying he faked a car crash and he doesn't really want the fight. I won't take it that far, man. Everybody battles personal situations in a different manner. I really don't know what was going on with Keith Thurman around that time. But I think when they get in the ring, Porter's tough. But I think Keith Thurman's going to edge out a decision. I think he'll win probably 7 or 8 rounds decisively. Now, I'm going to go with Keith Thurman in this fight. I looked at the betting odds, man. He's a -200. So that means he's a 2-to-1. Close fight. It's pretty much a damn pick'em fight. Very, very hard fight to pick, man. But just breaking down the styles, everything that goes with it, I think that my man Keith Thurman is going to beat Shawn Porter in this fight. I think Shawn Porter is going to give a damn good effort. I think he'll have his moments in this fight. He'll have his spots, but I think he's going to smother his work a lot. I think he'll be outboxed from a distance, although he is a pretty decent damn boxer. But I think he's going to get outboxed from a distance. I think it's going to be hard for him to cut the ring off on Keith Thurman. And if he tries to, and I think when if they stand toe-to-toe, I just think Thurman's the more elusive fighter. But Shawn Porter got some hands, man, and he's going to come to get it. But I'm going to go with Keith Thurman in this fight, though. I'm out.